Okay, welcome back to another episode of Geek Gab with me, Tommy. Today I want to bring your attention to something more serious and a little bit more touchy. The opposite gender. Just for me, it's girls. I've kind of seen this happen too often with my past self and other, male geeks. And we often treat the opposite sex either like a goddess or a subhuman. And I don't understand why it always has to be between these ultimates. Labels like gamer girl gotta go and they gotta become extinct. We're just gamers, geeks, nerds. It's just gender neutral. And a few years back, I was like that. I used to when I had a crush on a girl, I would save up all the money I have and just go out and buy plushes. And especially if I found out what favorite anime she liked, I would just go out and buy said plush and present it to her, bring it to school, and just, I don't know where I was going with this. I just kept showering them with gifts. And then I would get really upset the fact that they didn't like me. And I was like, oh my god, that plush was like $30. I don't get an allowance. I gotta save up all this money and why doesn't she like me? And it just because I was too afraid just to say, hey, I like you, would you like to go out sometime? These things, it's for everybody. Don't buy people you like gifts, because you're just trying to bribe them. Look what I can give you, I have a shiny toy. It just doesn't work. This mindset of my mindset was she must know if I like her if I keep buying stuff for her. And it doesn't work that way. It's completely wrong. It's just like whether you purchase 1 or 100 plushies for somebody, you gotta stop spending money like that. Because people, they like you or they don't like you. And you need to be more clear. Treat them as equal, not as gods. Because most of the time, I found out that I was in love not with them, but I was in love with the idea of them. My idea of them were so high that by the time I met these people, by the time I actually go out with them, it's not what to my standing. It's not what's my expectation, and that's totally wrong. I should like this person for what they are and who they are. And then that brings me to the other side, which is you can call it the purist side, and their belief is that girls should not play games. I don't know if it's trolling or whatever it is. It's just terrible. You shouldn't say these things because it makes no sense. Do you want your favorite video games or favorite cartoon anime to go out of business? If you're not aware that women make up 50% of our population, and in market sense that if they're not tapping into this market, this is going to go broke. You want everybody to like this stuff. And I'm going to sidetrack a little bit here, but this is how I feel about, purists in general. They hate the normies. Oh, normies, casuals, all this. They get so triggered about it. And I used to get triggered about it too. I used to be like, oh man, you guys don't like Final Fantasy. You never play, this Final Fantasy or this one. You just like Kingdom Hearts, blah, 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 Advent Children. But I didn't see it the way that a company would see it. If these people are liking this stuff and they're making merchandise for it, that means my series is going to become more popular. We have to stop thinking so highly of ourselves and trying to who we allow into the fandom, and that we should accept everybody in. And that's what I see today's problem. Today it's like I've always said, being a geek is a little bit easier in 2018. There's all these Marvel movies and all this stuff coming out, and Netflix, God bless Netflix, all these crazy movies from Japan are coming out, and they get to shine in the industry, and we get to to watch this. And that's why I want to bring it to it doesn't matter what you identify yourself as, what gender you identify yourself as. You need to know that you are a geek, you are a fan, that you need to allow other people to come in. Everybody starts somewhere. Not everybody starts off 100% knowing something right off the bat. It's a learning curve. So they have to enter somehow, and you have to be patient with them. And then same thing with girls. If girls are now playing more video games, you have to be patient with it. You don't like it, then you shouldn't probably play video games with anyone whatsoever. It's a very, I hate to say it, like, you're probably a terrible person if you don't want anyone to play. You should just play by yourself. And that's where I want to kind of, end this video. And honestly, I hate when people say just be yourselves, and, I don't really believe in that. I don't believe in the notion of be yourself and then people will like you. I don't believe in that. I believe in be a better you than yesterday and people will like you. If every day you are better than yourself than what you are yesterday, people are going to gravitate to you. So I want to ask you guys a question. Has anyone treated you terribly? Or even vice versa, have you ever treated someone terribly? Online or in a real setting? I'd like to know in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Geek Gab, and hopefully see you guys next week.